Dear friends, let me take this great opportunity to introduce myself. I am Tekchan, a final year student of Lloyd Law College, Greater Noida. We as student of law know what our college is expecting from us. Generally, college expect their student to be the toppers in the university. Colleges expect their student to bring laurels as the best mooters in the moot court competition. But do we know how a law student must look at his legal profession and his challenges in the initial stage? Do we know what are the qualities that an advocate must possess? Do we know the success mantra in our legal profession? Like these questions, each student of law has a number of questions in their mind. To reflect the mindset of each law student, we have Mr. Golak Mahana, a fourth year law student at KIIT Law School, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, has framed few questions to have more clarity about the legal profession with a sole motive to benefit the student community. Now the next question staring at my face is, who is going to guide us? To answer this question, we have an advocate on record practicing in the top court, that is the Honorable Supreme Court of India, for more than 13 years. He has also successfully completed his doctorate in law from GD Goenka University. When he was a student of Dr.B.R.Ambedkar Government Law College, he secured university third rank for the batch 2002 to 2007. When he was a student, he had a privilege to assist the Honorable Judges of Madras High Court as a law researcher in the year 2006 to 2007. As a mooter, he had participated in William Sevis International Moot Court competition held in Vienna, Austria. Dear friends, the speaker is none other than Dr.P.V.Saravanaraja, advocate on record, Supreme Court. With his rich experience, his answer would definitely be a guiding light for the law student community who tries to find their ways. Over to you, Mr. Golak Mahana. You can introduce yourself and ask question to Dr. P.V. Saravanaraja, sir. Thank you so much.
Good evening, sir. My name is Golak Bihari Mahana. I am a fourth year student at KIT Law School, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Sir, I have been interning with Unique Law for the past 2 months, and now we are assigned a task to take an interview of an advocate or a legal expert to share their experience and give us some guidance. So, first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Now, with your permission, I would like to proceed with my questions. So, my first question to you is, how a law student should look at this legal profession?
Thank you, Tekchan, for your introductory note. And I thank Golak for your pertinent question. So, your question is how a law student should look at his legal profession. To answer this, I would like to quote Plato, the great Greek philosopher. Once he said, the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So, as a law student, you can have your own look, unique look at the legal profession. So, my answer today is not the only way, but it is also one of the ways to look at legal profession. I humbly submit that law student must look at the legal profession by having a firm faith that he will be the future custodian of the Indian Constitution. Why do I say so? Because I strongly believe that if we aim at something big, that will make us big. So therefore, a law student should look at legal profession as if he is going to be the custodian of the Indian Constitution. In ancient India, we all know that people ruled by the kings. Kings were considered to be the supreme. They were administering the justice. But after the enforcement of the Constitution of India, the Constitution of India has become supreme, and the entire country functions well within the ambit of Indian Constitution. Be it legislature, be it executive, be it judiciary, they derive their powers from the Indian Constitution. So that Indian Constitution is entrusted to the Honorable Supreme Court to be the custodian of the Indian Constitution. So what is Supreme Court? Why people are knocking the doors of the Honorable Supreme Court? Is it because of the magnificent structural building? Of course not. The people knock the doors of the Honorable Supreme Court because of the towering personalities adoring the bench. Why the Honorable Supreme Court is strong? Is it because of bricks and pillars? No. It is the honorable judges that they stand as the pillars to render justice and to punish the wrongdoers. Why the Honorable Supreme Court is very beautiful? Is it because of lawns and roses? No. The answer is no. Because the judgment rendered by the Honorable Supreme Court brings smile to the people at large. That is why the Honorable Supreme Court is beautiful. So let me ask this question. Who is governing the Honorable Supreme Court? Honorable Supreme Court is governed by the honorable judges. Who are they? They are the persons of intellect. They are the persons of integrity. They are the persons of divinity in the form of God. That is the reason why we all of us address them as my lords. Because the honorable judge's words is going to be the life of someone. Because if a person is convicted by the Honorable High Court, if the Supreme Court feels in this particular case that he is not the person who has committed the offense, therefore release him. Don't impose any life sentence or death sentence. He is innocent, release him. So their words is the life of this person. At the same time, the Honorable High Court has acquitted a person. If it comes before the Honorable Supreme Court, Supreme Court feels and understanding the facts of the given case, they may even convict the person and impose either life sentence or death sentence depending upon the gravity of the offense that he has committed. So therefore, the honorable judge's words will put an end to his life. So therefore, dear friends, the honorable judge's words by pronouncement of judgments is the law of the land, and it is going to bind all the courts well within the territory of this country. Even when there is no law governing a particular field of law, governing a particular area. For instance, Vishaka versus state of Rajasthan. In this case, there was no law governing sexual harassment at workplace. But considering the need, the Honorable Supreme Court invoked its inherent power and framed guidelines. Therefore, it has become the law of the land. So, such a powerful post that the judges, they occupy. And if we ask ourselves this question, the honorable judges, earlier what they were chief justices or senior most judges of the high courts. Before that, they were senior advocates or advocates practicing either in the Honorable Supreme Court or High Court. Before that, they were law students like you. So as a law student, that what you are today, tomorrow you will become an advocate after your enrollment. Thereafter, after substantial years of practice, you are going to be designated as a senior advocate. And then, if you are going to prove yourself that you are a distinguished jurist and you have anxious to do justice, then you can be elevated to the bench. Then you are the custodian of the Indian Constitution. Even if you have not got a chance to adore the bench, but still, even as an advocate, you as an officer of the court can assist the honorable court to arrive at a just decision. So in the temple of justice, judges are deity and lawyers are priests. So this is one way of looking at the legal profession, that as a law student, he can feel himself that he will be the future custodian of the Indian Constitution. This is one way of looking at. Let me give an example and another way of looking at legal profession. We say our legal profession is the great profession. In my humble opinion, any profession not by itself cannot become great unless and until the great souls were part of this profession. In this profession also, we have got noble souls who belong to this profession. For instance, when our mother India was ruled by the Britishers, the great sons of the soil fought against the Britishers to bring independence. The prominent leaders they all belong to our great profession. For example, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, the great soul who has given his blood to this country and the countrymen. When he was trying to pursue his higher education, he found it very difficult because he had no money. But today, there is no money without his image. See, such a big transformation from Mr. M.K. Gandhi to Mahatma Gandhi and then father of our nation. And if you move on to the next leader, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of our country, the longest serving Prime Minister, say from 1947 till 1964. He also belonged to our great profession. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. The unified India, what we see today, is all because of his great efforts. He is a man of courage. He belonged to our noble profession. Dr.B.R.Ambedkar, who was born in a very poor family, and he strongly believed that he can have a prosperous life only by educating himself. Because of his intellect, because of his wisdom, because of the sufferings that he faced in the society, made him to grow as a strong leader. And then the onerous task of drafting the constitution was entrusted to Dr. B.R.Ambedkar. He was the chairperson of the drafting committee, and he was the first law minister of our country. See, from a poor family, he has risen to the first law minister of this country, an architect of our Indian constitution, chief architect. If we consider yet another leader, C.Rajagopalachari, the first Governor General of independent India. He replaced Mountbatten and he remained in the post until our country declared republic on 26 January 1950. He also belonged to our great profession. If we consider the life history of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, he was the first President of India, as well as he was the President of the Constituent Assembly as well. And now, look at the present President of India, His Excellency Nath Kovind ji. He was also an A.war in 1970s and practiced in the Honorable Supreme Court. And then today, we are all celebrating that he is the first citizen of this country and he belonged to our profession. Therefore, dear friends, looking at the life history of these great leaders, you will find two common threads were passing through the life history of these leaders. Number one, they belong to this great profession, that is legal profession. Number two, these leaders did not confine themselves into the briefs, did not confine themselves into the cases, but still they enlarged their heart, they enlarged their role as a political leader, as a leader of this country, to lead the common people. That is the reason we are celebrating even today. And that is the reason this legal profession has become great, because of great leaders belong to this profession. So this is yet another way of looking at legal profession. So therefore, dear friends, it is not something that we should come only from national law schools to excel in the field of law. Even we can come from an ordinary college, but only burning desire that we must possess to excel in the field of law. For example, if we take Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, is being celebrated even today and even in future generation also as people's president because of his intellect, because of his integrity, because of his honesty, because of his anxiety to do service for the people. He had traveled from Rameshwaram to Rashtrapati Bhavan. He had no godfather, but still, how come he managed to become the president of our country? It is all because of these great qualities: being honest, being disciplined, being submissive, being down to earth, having skills in the particular field. So these are the great qualities and these are the great assets. These will be your pillars and godfathers in our profession. So, in the fertile soil of legal profession, the law student is like a seed sown in the fertile soil. That seed has got potential to grow as a great advocate, to wipe the tears of his client or the tears of his clients. Even the seed has got more potential to grow further as a great leader of this country, to wipe the tears of millions and millions of people. So, dear friends, let us understand the onerous task that is before us and let us take a pledge that we will equip ourselves in respect of all fields for the upliftment of our family, our nation, and the world. So let us have our heart, make our start, and we will not hesitate to play our part. Thank you so much.
So thank you for your answer. So now moving on to next question. My question is, what are all qualities according to you makes a great lawyer?